Last week we filled that great jar with the fruit and things. We're going to do some candy. You know how you go to a wedding and there's always a candy station?
Sure.
And it's so popular. So I think you could create a candy station at your home for Christmas. You can do it on your buffet, on your coffee table. You know, you have a lot of kids over, and just maybe find a candy that doesn't get so messy. I don't know. So I brought in, you can use any clear glass containers. Maybe use some you have left over from a wedding. You know, it's all about repurposing and reusing. I brought in my canister set from my house.
Right.
So let's see, I brought some fun candy, just the Spice Drops.
Yep.
Which may not be the kids' favorite. I tend to like them. I'm probably showing my age.
But they're so seasonal. I mean,
yeah, peppermint candy.
Peppermints?
Yeah, and they're individually wrapped, so got those. And what else do I have here? Oh, these peppermint puffs, and again, they're individually packaged too. So I brought my staples that we used last week, you know, my ribbons and my raffia and stuff like that, so we may be using some of that today. For example, I may not have enough candy to fill this tall guy, so we might take some of this raffia and use it to
build your base there.
Yeah, to build it up a little
idea.
bit. And maybe we could put these candy canes
yeah, they're
on
lightweight.
the top of there. Yeah, see how nice that worked out?
Yeah, it did, absolutely.
So that's great. And again, you can do this in the kitchen, or you can do it in your living room. You know, in the South, we like to host people and friends, and so it's nice to have things available. You know, if you're having a cocktail, let me do this over here so I don't make a mess.
Yeah, if you're having a cocktail and you're just craving a spiced gumdrop to go along with it.
That's right. Well, look, you never know. But isn't that nice and festive?
That's fabulous.
Isn't that great? Yeah, it's fun.
I love that.
Yeah, and it serves a purpose, you know. Let's talk about decorating your table. We used to use tablecloths all the time, and with that said, your guests get lost on this big tablecloth. You put your serving pieces down, and they're just floating on a tablecloth. And then sometimes, with these large tables we have today, it's hard to find a tablecloth to
That'll
fit.
fit.
If you have a round table, you need a big round tablecloth. Sometimes if you add your extensions, your leaves in your table, you have to use a couple of, we used to do that. We used to add 2 and 3 tablecloths. So what I recommend, I am a big advocate of table runners.
Yeah.
And what this can do, it helps to segregate the spaces of where your guests are sitting. If you're doing a round table, you can pivot them around the table. If you're doing a long rectangular table, you can do them across so that two people can share.
So 2 people are sharing one runner. Okay.
Right, exactly. I love this glitzy little, well, it kind of matches
matches our outfits today.
But I love this because you can use this all year round. Or you can buy some red and green, maybe alter them, do red and green, throw in a white or a yellow or something for Christmas. So as we have a place setting, look how lovely that sits. And if you have your wood table, if you have some candles running down the center of the table, but it's just nice and festive.
That is very pretty.
Something a little different, and it just makes it easy.
Now let's talk about the plates for just a minute.
Okay.
I love that, you know, there's a theme. They don't match, but there's such a theme that they're all tied together.
They don't, and what's great about that, you know, I own Signature Home on Furys Ferry Road, and these came from my store. I do sell these. But you could go around town, maybe to some thrift stores, and buy some red salad plates, and then find some white salad bowls and some matching dinner plate. You know, match it up and have fun with it. Different shapes, different sizes, different colors. And you can bring in the red and the green to bring in the holidays.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I like that. I love the different shapes, and I
Yeah.
love the texture of them.
I am going to double purpose this table runner. Something else that I like to do. A lot of us have these type of linen chairs in our homes these days. So what I'm going to do, let me start here. We can wrap this guy around.
We'll turn that chair around in a minute too, so they can see how you're doing the back.
Yeah.
Wow. You're giving it a turban.
It's nice and soft there.
Love it.
And then what we can do here, I've got my handy pins that I showed last
yeah, those
week.
pins.
Yeah, and then you can just kind of tie it in here. I'm going to show as much of this fabric as I can. So we can just tie it in there. Pin it into our chair. Now that's nice and simple all on its own. But of course, more is more. Here's a great sprig. Now this is a little bit bigger than the sprig we were using last week, but we can take this and bend it around.
Look at you.
And look how nice that is on the back of a chair.
Oh,
Isn't that great?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now, something else I want to show you. I got a J for Jennie.
I love it. Oh, and so that's how I'll know where to sit.
Exactly. So we talked about the jute last
week. Instead of a place card.
Exactly.
And then I bet your guest
that was in
takes
my
that
notes.
home, huh?
You are reading my mind. We did not talk about this. But exactly, yeah. It's a nice gift for the host to give the guest. And we can just wrap this in here.
And you said that twine is so good to have around.
It
and look at that,
absolutely
it's
is.
perfect.
Right. We can tie this in here, and we can use the branches to help our little
Oh,
J.
you've just got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So
That
Jennie-
is wonderful.
Jennie knows where to sit.
Yes, she does.
And she has a little gift to take home with her as well. You might want to leave the table scarf, but but I thought that was really sweet too.
I love that idea.
So I want to talk about like front porches when people are decorating. We do a lot of theming these days. People are putting wreaths on the door, and sometimes that's all they're doing. It would be nice to have a little Christmas tree. You don't have to decorate it, but buy a little spruce tree. You go by the tree stores and you see all these little leftover trees that nobody wanted. Maybe a little Charlie Brown tree or something. But that would be awfully lovely to have on a porch, on a table, by your wreath, and kind of layering things. Coming up north, from up north, we had the old sleighs. We don't use them much down here in the South. But you can create a little vignette and put an old sleigh by this and just create a little vignette as people come up to your door just to create a little holiday cheer. Something like that, too.
Okay, I like that idea a lot. So the little tree that is going to be great whether or not you decorate it. Maybe put a little bit of light around it.
Maybe find a branch that looks like a little Charlie Brown tree. Maybe put a couple little ornaments on it. I mean, use your imagination.
Yep.
Again, it's all about trying to play with what you have and just bring it. Use some ordinary everyday things and just add a little Christmas to it, and there you have it.
Mike, it's wonderful. You have shown us some great tips today. This is terrific. So you're going to come back one more time.
One more
before
time.
Christmas.
I have more goodies, yeah.
Okay. All righty. Just like Santa. More in his bag. We'll be right back.